You're watching Tab and Blakey's trip from Hobart to Flinders Island aboard our Simpson Windward called Pelican. We've owned her for about 4 years and we've recently upgraded all our electronics, outboards and sails to start travelling further afield and experience more of what Tasmania has to offer. We hope you enjoy watching our video. So we set off from Flinders Farm and sailed underneath the Tasman Bridge and down towards the entrance to the Derwent River, opposite direction to the Sydney Hobart yacht race. Instead of going around the bottom of the peninsula, we decided to cut through and go through the Dunalley Canal and come out the other side, and we anchored inside Maria Island for the night, which was quite pleasant. The next day we pushed into a bit of slop. We headed north, where we got to all the way to Wineglass Bay, where we spent 2 or 3 days while a large easterly swell made, and it was quite comfortable in there. We decided to push on to get to St Helens, otherwise our window of opportunity to get to Flinders Island was going to be limited. Unfortunately, the anchorage just wasn't great, apart from seeing an amazing whale, but we had to spend 2 or 3 days there in a rather uncomfortable, sloppy easterly swell. Anyway, we ended up leaving and on our way, and we headed up through, being straight towards Clark Island, where we stayed a night in Spiky Cove, which was absolutely beautiful. Really nice anchorage, dead flat calm, good anchoring. The next day we spent a good 2-3 hours trying to find a shipwreck. The Sydney shipwreck is here. Couldn't find it, but it was still a beautiful little spot to have a look, and Rum Island, where they apparently they hid all the rum from the shipwreck. We then took off and we sailed up further to Flinders Island, and we managed to get ourselves to this little bay called Trouser Bay, and we absolutely loved this spot. It was our favourite spot. We're up there and you can actually see all the little anchorage spots that we stopped in while we were there. Stayed there for probably 2 days and did some walks along the peninsulas, which were beautiful. Then we ventured off out into the middle here, where we were told we'd catch a flathead, which we did, and probably the biggest flathead I've ever caught. Headed up to Prime Seal Island, and we planned to stay here for the night, but the flies and mosquitoes drive us nuts. So we left Prime Seal and headed north and anchored in underneath this beautiful island called Roden Island. We spent a couple of days here. It was absolutely magnificent, very weedy bottom that we found patches to drop the anchor. Went ashore, walked around Roden, which was lovely, and also went along this big long beach here on the right. It was very pretty too. A couple of days there, really wanted to try to get up to the top. We've been told that the Sisters Islands are really pretty, but the weather was turning on us and we couldn't go any further north. So we headed back to our trusty favourite spot of Trouser Bay. Spent another 2 days there. Weather wasn't coming right, and we made the decision, let's go and hire a car and stay on the island and explore the island itself. So sailed through and came into Lady Baron port, and refueled and rewatered, and then put the boat on mooring, and we stayed in a local pub for about 3-4 days and explored the whole island, drove right up top. Absolutely beautiful island. I couldn't fault it, and the people are amazing. We then decided we had to leave to get home, and we just sailed out of Lady Baron for the afternoon and anchored in this little beach just here and waited for the tide to change, and then we made a run down the outside past Mansatar Island. There's a shipwreck just here, which we'll see a bit on the drone, and then we came down to this point here, Harley Point, and anchored here for the night. Got up about 4 AM and made a big run out around all these rocks. Decided not to navigate through them, even though you can, but night time, never been there before, so took it the safe route and sailed straight down to Bicheno, and it was quite a nice run. We had a northerly breeze behind us, was sitting on 10-11 knots, and we made it all the way to Bicheno by about 6 o'clock at night. It was quite calm in there. We had a lovely night's sleep, and then pretty much from Bicheno we tracked the same track all the way home, except skipping Wineglass, and we made it all the way back down into the channel. And we spent 2-3 more days, which I didn't chart, down around in the top of the channel where I grew up. We had a ball just killing the last few days of our trip, and then we went home. So we're off for 4 weeks. We're trying to get to Flinders Island. Show you our plan. This is our new rubber duck. Big duck, gotta be careful how you say that. A bit smaller than our older one, but at least it's in one piece. The other one's falling apart. Kayak we're taking up for Tabitha. And we've got a ute load of stuff already. Gotta go do the grocery shopping. And that's about it, and head off. Maybe get some fuel, top up with fuel on water. Way out, well, I'm on my way out to the boat, the dinghy and the kayak. It's a magical morning. Leaving Flinders Bay. Gonna be at home for the next 4 weeks. So we've already cleaned up half the mess, but the boat's been a brothel. We've got stuff there. We've got stuff down there, up there. Swing area. And there you going down there.
Getting there.
And we still have a heap of stuff outside. Put away. Diggy and kayak are tied up. Rubbish. A new rock and an anchor. Dive gear, food, fuel. A little while away before leaving. Things just picked up a bit. Alan?
Well, we finally done it.
Alright.
Finally got away, and hopefully it's going to be
It's not overly
exciting
pretty
times.
at the moment, is
No,
it?
it's not.
Just heading underneath the Tasman Bridge.
The sun's not, so
It
it's not
is.
cold. Mind you, we've been working our guts out since bloody whatever time this morning to get everything packed. You would have thought we were going for a year.
Yeah, well,
First time we've been away for a long period of time, and we don't know what we might need or what we might not need, so I'd rather have too much than not enough.
got all our new gear. Comes up really bad on the end. You know, we have a new autopilot. Not like running yet. New Furuno T2 touch. Wind. And now we can tell what the speed of the wind is.
And which direction?
Anyway, 4 weeks, we'll see where we end up.
Hopefully alive.
Well, that'd be preferable. So we've been going about half an hour and we got the shits with the motors.
Yeah.
And we got the sails out.
Just some, oh no, we've got both.
7 knots-ish.
6.5, 7.
16.3 apparent. Chuffing along.